A person's destiny is not written in the stars. It's carved by the courage to follow one's heart. For generations, people have searched for the meaning of life. In temples built of stone, in sacred mountains, in books filled with words. But sometimes, the truth waits quietly in the simplest places, hidden beneath the sands of our everyday lives. We look far away, chasing something greater, not realizing that what we seek has always been within us. Today's story will remind you of that truth, that the treasure you long for might not be across the desert, but within your very soul. So stay till the end, take a deep breath, open your heart, and I promise this story will be worth your time. Long ago, in a small village at the edge of an endless desert, there lived a young shepherd named Samir. He was poor, yet his eyes carried the spark of a dreamer. Every morning, he led his sheep through the dry fields, and every night he slept under the open sky, listening to the whisper of the wind. When the world was silent, he would whisper, "I want to find my purpose. I want to know why I was born." The villagers told him to stop dreaming. They said, "Be grateful. You have enough. Don't chase the wind." But deep down, Samir felt that life must mean more than survival. One evening, as the sky burned gold, a traveler stopped by the pasture. He was old, with clothes covered in dust and eyes full of knowing. He said, "The wind speaks to those who dare to listen. If you truly want to find your treasure, follow your heart into the desert." That night, Samir couldn't sleep. The traveler's words echoed in his mind, and as the first light touched the sand, he gathered his flute, a small bag of dates, and began to walk toward the unknown. The first few days felt like freedom. The horizon stretched endlessly, and Samir's heart beat with hope. But as time passed, the desert began to test him. The sun grew harsher, the wind colder, and the sand whispered doubts into his mind. What if there is no treasure? What if I was foolish to leave? One night, weak and thirsty, Samir fell to his knees. He looked up at the sky and cried, "I only wanted to find meaning. Why must it hurt this much?" The desert answered with silence, but then, in the stillness, a soft wind brushed against his face. It carried a whisper, not from outside, but from within. "You are not lost, Samir. You are learning to see." He sat in silence for a long time. The stars above him didn't speak, yet somehow he understood. Meaning wasn't something to be found, it was something to be lived. So he rose. And though he didn't know where the path led, he began walking again. Not with certainty, but with trust. After many weary days, Samir stumbled upon an oasis, a circle of green life in the middle of endless gold. He fell to his knees and drank the cool water with shaking hands. An old man sat nearby, feeding birds from his palm. He watched Samir quietly and said, "You've come far, young traveler. What have you found?" Samir sighed. "Nothing. I've lost my strength, my direction, and nearly my faith." The old man smiled gently. "Then you have found your first treasure, humility. The desert burns away what is false, so that only truth may remain." That night, Samir played his flute under the moonlight. But the song was no longer a song of desire or longing. It was a quiet melody of gratitude for the struggle, for the silence, for simply being alive. He realized that the wind didn't carry answers. It carried presence. Months passed. Samir followed the rumors of travelers, tales of an ancient temple buried beneath the dunes, where those who entered would find the secret of life. He walked for days without water, his feet bleeding, his mind whispering that maybe he was chasing a dream that never existed. But something inside, something quiet and unshakable, kept him going. At dawn, he reached the ruins of the temple. Its pillars were broken, its roof half buried in sand. Inside, the air was still and cool, and at the far end stood a single mirror upon a stone altar. Samir stepped forward and looked inside. He expected to see gold or a sign from the heavens, but all he saw was his reflection. His face was sunburned, his hands scarred, his eyes tired, yet they shone with something new, understanding. He whispered, trembling, This is the treasure?" A voice rose within him, calm and clear. Yes, because when you dare to seek, you become what you were searching for. Tears filled his eyes. He wasn't chasing meaning anymore. He had become it. Years later, Samir returned to his village. He no longer carried a flute, or maps, or questions. He carried peace. The villagers gathered around him. They saw his calm smile and asked, "Did you find your treasure?" He nodded. "Yes, I found that it was never lost." He built a small fountain in the village square so that the sound of water would remind others, "The desert may test you, but it never lies. If you listen closely, even the sand will tell you who you are." From that day, the people no longer feared emptiness. They began to see silence, not as a void, but as a teacher. The meaning of life is not something we discover by searching far and wide. It is something we uncover by being truly alive. It's not hidden in mountains or stars, but in how we breathe, love, struggle, and rise again. You are the treasure you've been searching for. You always were. So if you ever feel lost, don't run. Pause, breathe, listen, for the wind still whispers to those who believe.